Welcome. Round 9's here. That's right, it's round 9. It means up to this week we have played everybody once, which is fantastic. So next week, the mid-season draft will be here. Whether it's online or we see each other, I don't know what's going on. Everyone is more welcome to come in and Point Cook. Melly will be happy to see you all, won't you? Yep. So anyway, let's go. Let's have a look at round 8 first. Round 8, the bottom 4 sides last week were terrible, which includes myself, of course. Let's have a look at it. Second Destroy on a 4-game winning streak, 401 defeated Top Guns 307. On rolling, 316 lost to bottom place and first win Jacob Jabroni for the season, 343. Maltese Falcons 370 lost to, who was now on a losing streak, lost to Gods of Olympus 414. Renegades 389 lost to Sugar Daddies, now top of the ladder 402. Rangers Anonymous 347 beat Trust the Process 323 in a low scoring game, to be honest, so with that one. But anyway, let's have a look at the ladder. Sugar Daddies, as I mentioned, is on top. 1 game clear now against Gods of Olympus. Gods of Olympus, Renegades, Maltese Falcons, Second Destroy, all on 5 wins and 3 losses, which is fantastic. Michael wants to point out that he's the highest average scoring team. Top Guns and Rangers Anonymous, both 4 and 4, from around 50% at the moment. We're Trust the Process, 3 and 5. On rolling, 2 and 6, and James Bronies coming last 1 and 7. Ladder order after this week will be the order for the mid-season draft, just so you all know. So the ladder order after this week. And a quick reminder, next 5 weeks after this week, Thursday games, there will be a loophole player in place. So anyway, let's get started to round 9. It's the first game. It's Second Destroy. 4-game winning streak to Second Destroy after starting the season winning 1 game. It wouldn't even be a 5-game winning streak, to be honest. They're projected for 374. They're against bottom of the ladder. Did get their first win last week, though, in James Jabronis. They're projected for 356. So it's 5th versus 10th. It's 5 and 3 versus 1 and 7. Let's have a look at the lineups, because all teams are locked out now. So what the teams are now are the teams. Yeah? Alright, so first of all, John Patton's at full forward for Second Destroy. Joe Danaher, big game last week for Joe Danaher, but is this his off week? We'll find out against the Eagles. Michael says so. He's at half forward. Clayton Oliver, handball happy Oliver. He is at utility. Jack Stevens, St Kilda midfield here. And Jack Stevens is a midfielder, and Seb Ross is the follower. Last week, Ross got 20 handballs, where Stephen was pretty consistent, 17, 15, and 14 contested possessions. That was pretty good. Next, we have Zach Smith, who at the moment, at halftime, he had 30 hitouts last week, and it's halftime in the actual footy. At the moment, Zach Smith has got 28 hitouts against Ling Jong, who's playing the ruck for some reason against the Bulldogs, which is absolutely pathetic by the Bulldogs, if you don't mind me saying. Rory Laird's a halfback. Matt Prittis is a tackler. Matt Prittis is a great tackler. 11 tackles last week and 11 contested possessions. Let's not forget, Rory Laird had 37 possessions last week too, by the way, which is pretty good. And Dan Henry is interchange. Henry is back to his best. 33 possessions last week, talking to contested possessions. He might be able to trade bait for someone. He's also got on the bench Sidebottom, Parrish, Hooker, Stanley, Petrarca's there. Ryder, Kobe Stevens is back this week. Stringer, he's injured, McRae. So there could be some people like maybe Vossi wants to trade. Last year he traded everyone in his team. He's doing alright this year though, so who knows. At the moment, it's a good choice not playing Jack McRae, so we won't worry about that. And so now let's go to Jacobs Jabronis. They're coming off a high. They won their first game last week. You excited about that, Millie? I know she is. Anyway, yeah. Jabronis, their first game last week. They've gone with a fantastic full forward in Luke Bruce, bound to kick a bag against Collingwood. Stephen Motlop is the half forward. So far today, Motlop hasn't kicked any goals. I don't think he's playing that well either. His stats so far today for Motlop as a half forward currently is, if I just look up my sheet here, sorry about the pause. Well, I thought my stagehand would have everything ready for me, but he hasn't. Okay. 4 kicks only, and not much else to choose from. So, 1 behind, I think 1 inside 50. So, not very good so far for James Brownings with Steve Motlop. Josh Kennedy, back to his best last week. 37 possessions, 17 contested possessions, 9 clearances for Josh Kennedy last week. He's gone with Doherty as a midfielder. Doherty had 18 kicks last week, which is pretty good. 7 rebound 50s, 2 1%ers. Is he a better halfback? Yeah, I reckon he is. Tom McDonald, who's the halfback from last week, only had like 20 possessions and 0 rebound 50s and 3 1%ers, and he's still halfback again now. I know Tom McDonald's not even averaging better, but saying that, Doherty is a pretty good midfielder. Doesn't get contested possessions though, so why is he sitting in the midfield spot? Who knows? Where he's got Nathan Jones last week, 25 possessions, 11 clearances, 11 contested possessions. So he's probably the better midfielder than Doherty. But anyway, Jacobs last week got 74 hitouts against a non-existent Melbourne ruck lineup. Doesn't look good for me because I'm playing Sugar this week who's got Goldstein playing against Melbourne. So, interesting. So he's up. But this week, though, Jacobs is playing against... Who's Adelaide got? Adelaide's got Mumford. No, Brisbane. Martin. So it won't be as easy hit out for him there. Curno's a tackler this week. Only one tackle last week, so hoping for an improvement. And Dylan Shields is interchange. Other options, obviously, he's got Dom Tyson's available to play. Jack News is available. Lukey Dowhouse and Lockie Hunter and Travis Clark and Callum Daniel and Liam Picken are all playing now. Love a Doggies team, don't you? They're all not doing that well, so don't worry about them. But that's the team there. Who's going to win? Well, you're already behind. Motloff's playing useless. And, yeah, I think Seek and Destroy are going to win again. Make it, I think, 6 wins in a row. Seek and Destroy to win that one quite easily, in my opinion. So let's go to the next game. It is Top Guns versus Maltese Falcons. Pretty good lineup, 6 versus 4, so pretty close. 2 weeks ago, both teams were the highest scoring teams. 2 weeks ago, both teams were on top of the ladders. Well, Top Guns were never on top of the ladder, really, but anyway. Excuse me while a cat runs around the studio. Top Guns projected for 364. Maltese Falcons projected for 384. Both of them coming off successive losses. Top Guns have lost 2 in a row. Maltese Falcons have lost 3 in a row. 3. See that? 3. Anyway, let's start off. Top Guns are going with full 4 line of Eddie Betts. They welcome back Jarrah Waite after a suspension. I think the stat was Jarrah Waite has won out of the 37 games or 27 games he's played. North Melbourne's won 22 or something. I don't know what it is. But last time he played in round 7, he did kick the 6 goals. So, and 17 kicks, 8 marks. So pretty good there. Hopefully, Dash will be hoping he improves that. Adam Chaw's back. He's a utility this week. Hopefully he has a shit game. Bryce Gibbs is a midfielder with Jack Zeeble. Bryce Gibbs didn't have the best game last week. Zeeble didn't do too bad. But yeah, Mumford is the ruck. Mumford's a bit down. Only 29 hitouts last week. Hasn't been his best. Actually got beaten by Brody Grundy quite easily last week. Stay up, Billy. It's okay. Stay there. I know I'm a bit disappointed about that too. High five to you. Thank you. Alright. Heath Shaw's a halfback. Heath Shaw's always been pretty good. Gets heaps of kicks. But last week probably wasn't. I mean, most of them weren't that good. And Lee Montaigne's a tackler. Why is he a tackler? I don't know. Only 2 tackles last week. Only averaging 21 as points as a tackler. But that's where he is. And Mick Rewald's the half forward. So he's dropped the interchange, sorry. Other options for Solo. Kelly. He's lost Canelio now. Lob's going to be laid out, I understand as well. Kurt Tippett's back. So not many to choose from there. Because remember everyone, Port Adelaide and Gold Coast both have a bye this week, which you all know already. So that's that team. Who's he playing? Maltese Falcons. Well, it's half-time in the John Western Bulldogs game, and Dangerfield's got about 82 points already as utility. So we don't even have to talk about this game. It's already over. But we will. Hello. She's pretty happy with Dangerfield's effort, I think. Tim... Hello. I think she wants to get out. Tim Membrey's the full forward. Rory Atkins, the half forward, not too bad. 34 as a half forward, had 15 kicks last week, did kick a goal, gets a few inside 50s, so that's probably why he's got him at the half forward spot. As we mentioned, Dangerfield already 80 something points for utility, so he can not play the rest of the game and still get a great score. Lockie Neal last week, 23 possessions, 12 contested possessions. He's been really good. Up against Carlton this week, I expect him to do even better. Zach Merritt had a great game last week, 33 possessions, 11 contested, 12 tackles as well. Feel like he's getting wasted there, but you know, what else has he got? Dangerfield's utility, what else does he do? Grundy, 41 hitouts against Mumford last week. So what's he going to do this week against McAvoy? Hopefully nothing. Jake Lloyd's a halfback. What's his name? Dane Rampy's back. So will Jake Lloyd get affected by that? Be interesting to know. I wonder if he will. And Jack Steele's a tackler who's 7 tackles last week as well, 17 contested possessions, which was fantastic. Liam Shields interchange. Cruiser is the ruck. He's against Sanders. He's not playing. Darcy Moore's available. Watts is available. And Bob Murphy's playing today. Matty Boyd's is not. So not many to choose from there. Just so you know, Robert Murphy at the moment has got 9 kicks at half time. So 9 kicks, 5 handballs. So not doing too bad, but yeah, that's where he is. So this game's already over, to be honest. Projects 383, but Fenny's going to get, if it goes to form with Dangerfield going to get 130 points like he's going to, Fenny's going to get about 450 this week, and this game is over. That's right, Millie. You excited about that? Mid-season drafts next week? Tell me if you're excited, give me a high five. There, high five. That she's excited. We don't know how, we don't know when, we don't know what it's going to be. Probably an online thing because most people don't like getting together. Everyone is welcome to come to Point Cook, as I said. But the mid-season drafts next week, trade away. Whatever the round is after this week is a set format for the mid-season draft. It is not it is a snake format again. Sorry. Actually, I thought we voted last week that the mid-season is not a snake format. I'm not sure. We might have to talk about that. Anyway, let's go to it now. Next game, it's on rolling. At the moment, probably the worst team in the competition, and that is probably why we have not heard from him for ages. I'm Dan Cole's on rolling. Where is he? Coley! I don't know where he is. Anyway, he's up against Renegade, who's been playing well. I mean, he's lost he's won a couple, lost a couple, but you know, he's not doing too bad. Still scoring pretty good. So projections 342 to 382. It's 9th versus 3rd. Stay up, Millie. There we go. It's 9th versus 3rd. Let's get it started with on rolling. Cam McCarthy is the full forward. Last week didn't do too bad. 14 points to full forward though. That's all he's getting. He 1 goal, 1 behind last week. Tom Lynch to half forward. Now Jenkins is gone. He's not playing this week, so Jenkins might be a bit better. Get up, Millie. There we go. She's back. Taylor Adams utility. Hopefully he does nothing. Last week 32 possessions or whatever. 30 possessions, 15 contested possessions last week. 8 tackles. So hopefully he does nothing this week. Joel Sells started the game off well today. He didn't do well last week, but today so far, as a midfielder, Joel Sells has got. Mock, we need to be on the ball with this stuff. Johnny on the gun with the ammo. Come on. Johnny on the spot. I said it wrong. 5 kicks, 10 handballs, and 10 contested possessions so far for Joel Selwood. I try to be smart with a funny saying and I got it all wrong. Anyway, Luke Parker's the follower. He's back to his best. He's playing quite well. Lullenberger's a ruck this week. I know they did they end up? No, they were unchanged. They didn't drop. They had Bell Chambers in the squad, but they didn't play him. So Lullenberger's the ruck. Halfback is Sean. Lullenberger will actually have a good game because Vardy's crap ruckman. Halfback is Greg. Cunnington's the tackler. Zaharakis is interchange. Who's got the choose from? Well, he's got a couple of Collingwood players in Blair and Greenwood. As I said, Bell Chambers isn't playing. Walters, last week, 19 kicks, 19 handballs, 15 contested possessions, 6 clearances, 4 tackles. Yeah, he had a fantastic game last week. I was going to bring him in Supercoach, but I didn't. Swallows back as well, so that's an option. Robbie Gray obviously got the bye, as I said, Brandon Nelson, Jack Darling's available too. Libba, well, dropped, so he had to change his tackler this week. So that's his team. He's up against Renegades. Josh Kennedy loves playing the Bombers, loves playing Etihad. How's he going to go? Toby Green is back, so Stiff's pretty happy about that. And Rory Sloane, can he pick himself up? Only 11 possessions last week. Crap the week before as well. Obviously, everyone's going to tag him now, so he needs to get through that. He did get 12 tackles last week, though. Still averaging 94 utility, so that's not too bad. Pendlebury's a midfielder, and Mark Murphy's a follow-up. Both those players have been pretty good. Pendlebury's had his kid now, so hopefully he has a shit game because he can't sleep. Vickery's back. Vickery is in the ruck. Yeah, interesting that one. He's a backup ruckman, so yeah, see how he goes. But he's at the ruck. Gaff is the halfback. Viney is a tackler, so Viney's been pretty good. Hodge has been great as well. He's at the interchange. Viney last week got 12 tackles. He's got 12 tackles 2 weeks in a row. Hello, Millie. What are his options? Well, the reason why Vickery's in the ruck because he's got no other options. Watson's on the bench. Everyone else has got a bye. Johnston's available, and Cyril's just injured now. Yeah, that's the reason why Vickery's in the ruck because he actually got nobody else. There you go. So that's that team. Even with Vickery in the ruck, I think Renegades is still going to beat. That's probably why he's playing Vickery in the ruck because he knows it doesn't matter. Because he's playing Coley and Coley. Melly, have you seen Coley? Do you know where Coley is? No, she doesn't know where Coley is either. Alright, so let's go to the next game. It's Gods of Olympus versus Rangers Anonymous. It's amazing Rangers actually had to change their team this week because he had a few buys. So let's have a look at it. We looked at Kenner's team because Kenner's not available. So we chose the best available options and is there. What can we do? It's 2nd versus 7th. It's projected 406 versus projected 350. Gods of Olympus have won 3 of the last 4, where Rangers are 2-2. Let's have a look at it. Gods of Olympus to begin with. Hawkins is a full forward, has kicked nothing so far. Taylor Walker is a half forward. Should do alright up against Brisbane. Zorko's utility. Now is he going to step up now that Rockliff's gone? Because Rockliff got 118 or something last week and now he's gone. Zorko did have a big game last week. 22 kicks, 40 contested positions, 11 tackles, 9 inside 50s. It's a pretty good game for Zorko last week. Martin's a midfielder with Shuey as a follower. Steph Martin is the ruck. Steph Martin got 63 hit-outs against McAvoy, who's been playing well too, so he had a great game last week. Johannesson so far as a halfback. Johannesson has got 25 points apparently. So my person with the stats isn't on the spot. And Menegole's only got about 2 or 3 tackles so far. So not a very good start so far for Michael with 3 players playing. He's probably only got about 30 points between them to half time. Stephen Hill's back. He makes a change and makes a show on the interchange. Who's he got? Well, Brad Crouch didn't get chosen. McAvoy didn't get chosen. Hooley didn't get chosen. McCartan's back in the team. Zach Jones available. And Lacroix, who remember he kicked 12 against Bombers, remember? So he might be an option. So Lacroix, well, he's on the bench. Rangers anonymous, that's who I'm up. Rangers have got Ben Brown at full forward. And Menzel at half forward. Once again, he's done nothing so far to half time. Nat Fyfe is utility against Carlton, playing against one of his possible suitors. Tom Mitchell's leading the league in possessions and contested possessions, and he's doing a great job as a midfielder. Last week, what's he got? 36 last week, 30 contested possessions. Trent Cotchin should be suspended, but he's not. I spoke to his father-in-law today, and he reckons the league's gone soft. Nankervis is the ruck. Nankervis is back in the ruck because he had Boyd, and Boyd's not doing too much because Lynn John's in the ruck for some reason. Rance, last week 41 percenters. 1 percenters are worth 2, remember that. Curtly Hampton is a tackler because obviously he lost his tackle this week. And Jordan Lewis the interchange. Other options, well, Kay Simpson and Daniel Wells is an option. Kay Simpson had 21 kicks last week, so he could have got a spot. Mundy also there, big goal last week from no Andy Mundy. And other than that, besides Jack Gunston, who's going to kick a bag against Collingwood this week, there's no other choice to choose from besides Tom Boyd, who did have 34 hit-outs last week, by the way. And so far to date, he has got... Thanks, Michael. Where are you? Tom Boyd so far has got 19 hit-outs, so he probably still could have been a very great option to have it leaving the ruck because he's doing not too bad. But anyway, that's that game there. And finally, last game of the round, it's 1st versus 8th. Gods Olympus to win that one. 1st versus 8th, it's Sugar Daddies versus Trust the Process. Melly, you need to trust the process, okay? Trust it. Trust it. Sugar Daddies have won 3 of the last 4, where Trust Process have lost 3 of the last 4. It's projections 377 versus 369. The only thing is though, Goldstein's going to get 100 hit-outs this week. Fantasia full forward against the Eagles. Small forwards always do well against the Eagles, so that's a bit worrying for me. Jeremy Cameron is the half forward. The Bont as utility hasn't started well, but the Bont is the best 4th player in the game. So far, he's got 10 possessions and 4 tackles. That's about it, really. 2 behinds, though. Kelly has been playing fantastic. He had 36 possessions last week, including 17 contested possessions, 11 tackles, 7 clearances, a goal. So Kelly's been doing really well. Matt Crouch is the follower. He gets possessions and clearances. The cat was running around. As I said, Goldie's going to kill it this week. Goddard is a halfback. Goddard's surprisingly playing well this year. And Cripps is a tackler. Hebble's interchange. How's he going to... Well, he might not play because he can't cook a steak. Who's got his options? Chris is available. McGrath's available. Other than that, no one else is available for Sugar Daddies. Who's he going to lose to this week? Well, he's going to lose to Trust the Process. Trust the Process welcomes back most of their team, which is fantastic. Most of the injuries are gone. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Most of the injuries are gone. Hello? Yep. So, this week so far, I've got Jack Rewalt as the full forward, has been playing really well. Stay there, Melly. We're almost done. Half forward is Buddy Franklin. Got 50 points last week, only kicked 1 goal, so hopefully he does that again. So everybody, just so you know, it's Friday night. It's the Cats versus the Dogs. Who's going to win? The Cats are winning, Melly. There you go. Anyway, Beams, welcome back, Beams. You're switching to the utility spot. You better play well. You haven't played for a few weeks. Callum Ward, last week was very disappointing. Only 8 possessions. Did get 12 contested possessions though. Sam Mitchell last week was fantastic. 33 possessions and only 3 clearances though. Sandlands is a ruck. Very disappointing, Sandlands. Melly, sit down. Everyone can see your ass. She really wants to get off. Zach Tui's a halfback. So far, Zach Tui has got, as a halfback, it's just after half time, 8 minutes into the third quarter. Zach Tui has got 12 kicks, 9 handballs, and only the 2 rebound 50s and no 1%ers. Get some 1%ers, Zach. Pressure comes as a tackle. He's back from injury. And Scully is the interchange. Devon Smith now, I've lost him for 12 weeks. Only other options I've got is Ruffhead and Isaac Smith. And Dane Rampy, welcome back. You may get well, but Zach Tui's doing alright. So there we go there. So that's that. Who's going to win? Well, trust the process. Melly, do we trust the process? They're wearing matching outfits today. Anyway, that's it. Trust the process to win. Remember, mid-season draft this week. The trades are available to start doing it. The ladder, as of the end of this round, will be the order for the mid-season draft. I'm pretty sure we're not doing a snake format anymore. We're doing first gets the first pick and the 11th pick, because otherwise it's a disadvantage to finish last, so I say. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Good luck, everybody, except for Sugar. See us. There you go, come here.